Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel once again. I am so excited to be part of an amazing new collaboration series today, hosted by the lovely Danielle at Melick Adventures. And there are 9 of us channels involved, 10 if you include Danielle as well. So do take a look at our various videos and see what you think. Today's theme is all about Snow White. Let's get started. Okay, well, there is no denying that Snow White is everywhere at the moment. Not only is there the new release in 2025, there's also another, I think the Daily Wire have done a version, which I thought was coming out this year. I haven't seen anything about it since. I'm not going to mention the Disney one because I don't want to be negative in today's video. And there is also, even our pantomime locally is doing Snow White. So it seems like there is no escape. And the guidelines for this video are do anything you like relating to the theme, which is fantastic. So I'm super excited to see what everyone comes up with. And I was thinking, well, what do I have in the way of Snow White that I could show you? I have a mini Funko Pop that I've shown previously, and I have a Disney Traditions that I've shown you back in January this year, I think that was. So I was thinking, well, no, what else do I have? And I came up with the idea that Snow White was the first Disney film that really took off and put them on the map. And so why not do my very first Loungefly, which also happens to feature Snow White. And I do also have my entire Snow White pin collection, which admittedly is not very large in the slightest. It consists of 3 pins in total, but I thought we would have a look. So let's do that. The other thing I thought was I do have a ride through of Mine Train from Walt Disney World, but I'll share that with you separately because I wanted to do something a bit more talkative with you today. So let's do this. So let's start with this Loungefly then. This was the very first Loungefly I ever bought. I bought it back in 2019 and it is the Princess Portrait series, and I actually bought this from Geek Core, and I bought it because I thought it was really pretty with having all the princesses on together, or certainly the classic princesses. It is an all over print, and in those days I did not know anything about all over prints necessarily in terms of going looking and picking one out very carefully, and they sent me this one and it just turns out it's quite well positioned. The princesses are nice and central here. It would be nice to have 2 rows of the princesses, but actually I quite like that I've got one centrally that looks good. And where's Snow White in there? Oh, she's right to the right of my girl Ariel, so that obviously was a plus for me because I'm obviously a big Ariel fan, and Snow White is right there. And what I really like about this is they've all got slightly differently coloured flowers. They're similar shapes, almost chrysanthemum-y perhaps, and then at the top of each princess you've actually got a detail relating to them. So of course for Snow White it's a red apple, and she looks really pretty. These have been really beautifully illustrated, and as I'm looking at this bag I'm wondering why I've never actually taken the straps off and worn it, because it is really gorgeous. I seem to remember when it arrived I was a bit surprised that it didn't have a front pocket in the traditional sense like the ones behind me. But for this style bag, I think it probably works quite well to not, and it's a slightly bigger than your average Loungefly, narrower in the depth, and obviously, as I say, it doesn't have the pockets, but it does have side pockets. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay, that one is really well positioned. Look, we've got 2 princesses at the top and 3 on the bottom. That does work well. This side is not as well positioned, but we do have Snow White again. In fact, she has made it onto both of the pockets. She's on this one twice. Look, there she is, and there she is. No, that's Jasmine. There. I can see where I'm aiming her at you. But yeah, so in terms of details of the other princesses, so you've got Ariel, Jasmine, Belle, Snow White, and Aurora. And interestingly, they alternate. So Snow White is on every row, but Ariel and Aurora seem to swap out. So there's Ariel, and I think Aurora's here, wasn't she? Or is that Belle? Nope, she's there now. There she is. So they actually alternate from row to row, but the other princesses all stay the same. which is an interesting choice of who to swap out. What colour is this on the bottom? Oh, it's the all over print. Do you know, and that's well positioned as well, as are the ones on the top. So I think I got really lucky with this bag actually. Silver hardware on this and plain black straps, which I think more colourful would definitely be more fun. But it does give the contrast, and it does mean that the princesses stand out, and they are really pretty. So I have had this bag behind me in the past. I was going to say I'd forgotten what the lining was in here, but I just got a sneak in the pocket, which kind of gave it away. But let's show you, because you didn't see in the pocket, did you? You've not been cheating. I didn't look intentionally, I promise. Here we go. So it is a pink polka dot. Here we go. Right. So it is a pink polka dot. So that goes nicely. Oh, it would have been fun if it was pink with crowns, wouldn't it? Pink with white crowns would have been quite nice. But it does go with all of the princesses. And again, they are just illustrated so beautifully. They are really, really pretty. So what have we got? We've got Belle's pushing her hair back, looking kind of thoughtful. Jasmine's kind of posing prettily. In fact, she looks very pretty. Ariel's kind of like, huh, what? Aurora is kind of, she's getting ready to get her sass on. I like that. And Snow is just very kind of tranquil and calm and that's not actually Snow White, is it at all? Anyway, moving swiftly on, Snow White's ready to get her sing-song on. And yeah, they are really pretty. Just looking to see if there's any other details on here that I've missed, but I don't think so. So yeah, I really like that, and she is smack bang in the middle there under the black badge that says Loungefly as well. So this is it. This is my gateway Loungefly. So this is the one I bought when I missed out on Arendelle Aqua at the parks, because I thought that I would find an equivalent Arendelle Aqua in Ariel. And I liked the Arendelle Aqua, but at the time I thought it was too expensive. I wanted the ears, they had sold out. Anyway, I came back full of regret for not having bought a Loungefly while I was in the parks. And so this is the one I bought. I think I paid about £60 for it. So it was a cheaper Loungefly. They are so expensive now. But yeah, it's really pretty, and Snow White looks absolutely gorgeous on here. So it's really nice to see this bag from the Snow White perspective, because normally I would have looked at it from kind of Ariel and Aurora, who are traditionally my favourites. Snow White actually was the very first thing I watched when I signed up to Disney Plus the first time, because it was the first Disney film, and I wanted to, I don't know, just it was a long time since I'd seen it, and I thought it would be really nice to acknowledge that, and I so enjoyed it, and I've actually watched it several times since then over the years, and really enjoy it. Also, Mine Train is a favourite from Walt Disney World in the ride as well, so it's grown on me definitely over time. The other part then of today's video, and I did consider whether I would split it into 7 parts and do like 1 part per dwarf, and I'd have, yeah, the Mine Train ride through and the Disney tradition and the mini Funko Pop I found that I mentioned, but I decided against that. Restraint, Katie. First one of these collaborations, I thought I should show some restraint. But, as I say, I do have a few pins to show you. It actually would be 4, because I did find, you may have seen it, I think it's one that's been around quite a lot on pin trading circuits, but it's kind of the dark grey kind of steely tone, and it's a circular pin with a green background, and then it's got like an outline of Dopey holding the little candle and going up the stairs. And I did find it in pin trading again this year when I went to Walt Disney World. I didn't buy it. Sorry, I didn't trade for it, but yes, so that would have been an extra one in my collection if I had. So as I say, I have 3. Let's go newest to oldest, I think that would be fun. Let's do that. So this one, yes, just checking that says 2019 and not 2010. So this one is 2019. I bought this from a pin trader through one of my Facebook groups that I'm part of, and this is a Disney theme parks cast exclusive limited edition of 750, and yes, if I'm reading that correctly, it says 2019, and it's got the Mickey heads double pin situation going on, and this one is the 7 Dwarfs Mine Train 5th anniversary pin. 5th anniversary. Has it only been there since 2014? Ow, I just stabbed myself with the pin. Has it actually only been there that long? That's interesting. I didn't realise that. Now this one, the reason I stabbed myself on this is because it doesn't have pin backs, because I usually display it on a board so they are tucked away safely. But I liked several things about this pin. I like the fact that it's got glitter, so you've got a little pile of purple sparkle, and in Dopey's minecart train you've got blue sparkle, and it's also textured, so there are several bits here which are like tiny little, are they diamonds or are they pearls? Tiny little diamantes. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Yeah, 5. Again, all around Dopey. If you can see that. They're really, really cute, really pretty. And it was the Mine Train ride. It's from 2019, which is when we first went to Walt Disney World and had such an amazing time, and this was one of our favourite rides. I actually, no lie, I bought this with my sister in mind because she loved the ride as well, and then I didn't give it to her, shamefully. I did give her the equivalent of the Loungefly. Do you remember there was a brown Loungefly that came out with pretty much this scene on? And it was really cool. It had like a mine train for the pocket. I think it was the pocket. And it had all sorts of embroidery and embellishments. It was gorgeous. I did buy her that for one birthday. Oh, that was the other thing I thought that I could do, but I don't have them because they're my sister's, is that Loungefly. And then I also bought her the Princess Sequin series Snow White, and also the Evil Queen Sequin Villain bag that came out, I think, this year or last year. I ordered those for her as well. But yeah, the Mine Train Loungefly is gorgeous. I mean, all of those bags actually are really gorgeous. I had a few of those sequin Princess Loungefly series, and actually Snow White, who was the last one to be released, was one of my favourites because the bag is just the most stunning thing you've ever seen. It's such vibrant red, blue and yellow. It's absolutely gorgeous. And even though I don't consider myself to be a Snow White collector, if she ever looked to sell that bag, I would probably buy it off her. Just make a note of that, sis, if you're watching this video. Please. So there you go, that's pin number 1, 2019 5th Mine Train Anniversary 7 Dwarfs, with a little diamond at the top as well there, and of course all the dwarfs working hard, and I just love that. I think it's gorgeous. The second one then, I said we worked backwards, didn't I? So that must be this one. So this is a 2016 pin. 8 years old. 2016 doesn't seem like that long ago, and yet it's it's miles ago. This is a Shanghai Disney Resort pin, as I say, from 2016. This is a single doodad, single pin post, and this is one that I have a few of the princesses in this series. This is the Snow White Shield Crest pin, and it's so pretty. And they're just so beautifully presented in this series. They're so pretty. I love that they gave her the pink to set her off, because I don't think you normally think of pink to go with like the red bow in her hair, but it just looks so nice. And they've got blue crystals on her bodice, a lighter blue crystal on her sleeve. This is quite a big pin, as you can see. And then also these extra crystals that are red around the swirl of the crest there. So she is really pretty. I love this series of pins. Like I say, I've got Snow White, I've got Pocahontas, I've got Ariel, I think I've got Cinderella. Oh, did I say Aurora already? Maybe 1 or 2 others. So I've kind of been collecting them over time, but she is really, really pretty. And you've got the apple underneath her in yellow this time. I think these are both, well, this one is a genuine pin. I think this one is as well. There's nothing really to mark it as dodgy or suspect in my eyes. I'm pretty sure that is a real pin. I bought this one off of eBay. Really, really pretty. They look nice together, actually. I had this with my park/rides collection. So this was actually with my Splash Mountain pins. And this one I keep with my series of princesses. So when I found her, I was like, oh yes, I do have more Snow White pins than I thought. But yeah, really pretty. She's got a lovely little expression there. She looks very kind of cute and like that. Very Snow White. What you'd expect from Snow White, after all. And then last but not least, alright, I do have a pin post for that, so let's just secure her on there. Last but not least, this one is my oldest pin from here. Don't know that it's my oldest pin overall. Oh, I just realised I put this board here because originally that's what I was going to put the pins onto, and then I decided you wouldn't be able to see them so well, so I put them on this, which was inside a Loungefly. Anyway, you don't really need to know that, but now you do. So this is one of my older pins. I actually traded my sister for this one while we were in Walt Disney World. She had collected it earlier this year when she was out in Walt Disney World a couple of weeks before we went out as a family. And this is a 2008 pin. Oh, I thought that said 2003 originally, but no, it seems to be 2008. Just as official pin trading on the back with the Mickey head. Again, a single post, and this one does not have Mickey heads, whereas the other two did. And this is Snow White and the Prince, but it's Mickey and Minnie dressed as Snow White and the Prince. And it's super cute. The reason my sister actually traded this with me is that there is a slight issue with their noses, and it's really strange because it looks like the enamel has broken off on their noses, but it's about the same amount on each of them and the equivalent same place, which is really strange. So she was like, I kind of don't know if this is intentional or not. We both suspect it probably isn't, and it's just happened over time. But it is a shame. So she decided she wasn't going to keep it, and I said, well, it's an interesting pin, I'll have it. And I traded her for it, as I say. And this one, again, all of these gold? Yeah, all of these are gold on the back as well around the edge. This is the scene where, Mickey in this case, Prince Charming, aka Florian, has revived Snow White, and you can see the coffin she's sat on, and it's behind her. So he has just revived her and brought her back with True Love's Kiss, which, okay, this is my only shade I'm going to throw in this video. I don't care what Rachel Zegler says, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of us out there who still want and value a Prince Charming. I own that. I have my Prince Charming. That's all I'm going to say. So there Minnie is with her Prince Charming, and she looks very happy to see him. And I don't know about you, but I've got to say, if I had a bit of apple lodged in the back of my throat and I was forever dead in a glass and wooden casket, I would also be very grateful to be woken by a prince and a kiss of true love. So yes, they look very happy together, and they are really cute, and they do look nice together, don't they? I like that. But this is what I mean about my pin collection just evolves completely spontaneously and sporadically, because I went out purposefully looking for this pin because it's part of a series of the other princesses that I like, and I really love the pink with the red. I just really like it. I think it's very attractive. This one came up by chance, like I say, on a Facebook group pin sale, and this one, if my sister hadn't traded for it 2 weeks before, I would never have known of its existence. But they do look, it's nice to see them together actually. So there you go. What do you think? Which of these pins is your favourite? And do you know anything about their noses? Should they look like that? Like I say, I suspect not. Do you have any of these pins? Are we twinning on them? And what do you think of the bag? Because for a long time, I've been like, you know what, I haven't used it. Maybe I'll sell it. Maybe I'll do something with it. You can see I have not taken the label off this grab handle, which is also black, by the way. I haven't said that. But it is a nice bag. I feel like I should use it. And it's... Maybe, I don't know what I was going to say. I think I was going to say, maybe if I go and see Snow White, I'll wear it. I'm trying to avoid going to see that film, but I have a feeling some of you might be interested in my opinion on it. In which case it means I have to go and see it. Anyway, I said we're not going to talk about it. I'm not talking about it. But there you go. So thank you so much for joining me in this Melick Adventures. Thanks to Danielle so much for including me in this collaboration. I'm excited for the next one. If you are American, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, because these videos are normally released on a Thursday, but because it was Thanksgiving yesterday, they weren't. I did contemplate trying to make a pumpkin pie as part of this, or trying to do like a whatever kind of pie Snow White makes gooseberry. I feel like it might be gooseberry, but I don't know where I got that from. So yes, there you go. Sorry, we've been on a whole roller coaster, but I was quite excited about Snow White. It's something different, and as I say, it's something I don't really think about. If you want to know what my t-shirt says, because I know it's quite hard to read my t-shirts sometimes, or see what they actually say, it says selfie, selfie. Hang on, does it say selfie, selfie? Yeah. Yes, selfie, selfie on the wall, on my wall. Who has the most likes of them all? My mum and sister bought me this for my 30th birthday, so there you go. So yes, as I say, take a look at the other amazing channels who are part of this collaboration. There are 10 of us in total. I don't know what everyone else is doing for their videos, so I'm excited to see if people have done Funkos, Disney traditions, pins, something else, ears maybe, goodness knows what. So why not take a look at the channels? They are linked below, and I hope you enjoy working your way through the series. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me. Take care, and bye for now.